Hello and welcome. This is the beginning of a series of videos on engine mechanical targeted to the students. And so I hope this is going to be a great help to you when you're at home. You can access this information and make use of it and in preparation for your exams. So what I have here is an engine, and I am dismantling this engine. So I thought, you know what, I may maybe take advantage of this and show the students. I've already started taking bits and pieces, and now I'm about to remove the cylinder head and the timing. And because I have a piston here, piston number 3, which is there is a knock on piston number 3, so I don't know whether the knock is on the big end or on the small end, but most likely it's on the big end side. That's what I think here from my diagnosis. So what I have here, what I want to show you is that this is a double camshaft engine. All right, so we have two cams here, and I want you to note this is chain driven, it's not belt driven. I know we do a lot of belts, but this is chain driven. It's a Mazda 6. All right, so it is a 2.2. So what I'm going to show you here, I will set up the timing so that before I strip, before I even take the pulley out, I want to make sure that everything is in order here. So what I want you to see, I want you to see this chain here. It only drive this pulley. It doesn't drive the other pulley. You know yourself that sometimes you find that the chain drives both, but in this case it's different. So how does this one get driven? Okay, so this this cam here, this side, is actually driven by the gear. So the chain drives this camshaft here, and this gear here is linked to another gear that is on the second camshaft. So it is, this second camshaft is driven by a gear. So you take note of that. Okay, it is important to realize that. So let's look at then, where do I start to remove this cylinder head, and why? Is there any pattern? Is it important? Or we can just start anyway? Okay, so it is important that we follow what the manufacturer says. So when you are, the benchmark is, when you are loosening the cylinder head, you always start from outside. Okay, so you start from the bolts that are on the outside. So I'm talking about both ends, and then you end in the middle here. Okay, so you start from outside coming in. So if we loosen that bolt there, we loosen the other one there, then we come diagonally on this end, we loosen that one, and then we go across, we loosen that one. This is just one of the methods, and then we work coming towards the middle. These bolts are right at the center. That's where we are working towards. This is when we are removing the cylinder head. The idea is to avoid this cylinder head warping. Okay, you don't want it to warp. Okay, so but here is what you do when you tighten. When you are tightening, you do the opposite of loosening. You start from the middle and you spread out. So what do I mean when I'm saying spread out? So let's say we start with that bolt there, we go to that bolt there. Next, we may be asked, listen to what I'm saying here, we may be asked to come to this one, okay, and that one, and then come across to that one and go to that one. So they are different ways, but we always start from the middle and we spread out the pressure. Mind you, we are tightening these cylinder head bolts using a torque wrench. We are not just using a power bar. We are using a torque wrench to make sure that each bolt is subjected to the same pressure. All right, so for us to reach those bolts, we'll have to take out, of course, we have to remove the caps. So when you remove the caps, look at this. I want you to take note. Let me try and zoom in here. Look at that. This is one of the camshaft caps. Okay, do you see that? Look at that. They are numbered. Please. So this will be your number 1 on the inlet side. This will be your number 2. Let me try and zoom. This is number 2 on the inlet side. Look at number 2 on the exhaust side. Do not mix these up. Please put them the way they are. That's inlet 2, inlet 3, inlet 4, and inlet 5. Then you've got exhaust 5, 4, exhaust 3, right? Exhaust 2, and this is our number 1. The number 1 is a big, it's a big one. So if you notice then that this inlet one, sorry, let's go to the exhaust. The exhaust, that's the one that is chain driven, and follow it, it will lead us somewhere at the back. Look at that. It leads us to our high pressure pump. Let me go on the other side and show you the high pressure pump clearly. So that exhaust cam is the one that drives this component here. This is our high pressure pump. It's not a vacuum pump. Be careful. I know that sometimes these cams drives vacuum pumps. This is a fuel pump. That's the high pressure pump. So now that I've told you how to loosen and also tighten the cylinder head, and I've shown you the 2 different camshafts because we have a double cam here, and maybe I need to talk about that part there. So that is the, if you look here, you have the camshaft sensor. So this is the pickup for the camshaft sensor. All right, so the camshaft sensor, all the time it reads these so that it knows which cylinder is on TDC, right? So what I'm going to do next, I will remove the timing cover so that I can try and show the timing before I loosen everything. So stay tuned.